Hi, I'm Michael Fry, President and CEO of Deepwater Subsea. In this episode of The Daily Grind, we're talking about foresight and how if you can't see the future, you're always going to be doing after action reviews and lessons learned and be behind in the game. Let's get into the show. So how many times in life and in business have you heard hindsight is 2020? We talk about it all the time. That's why we do after action reviews, lessons learned. How do we look at what we just did and try to improve for what we're going to do in the future? Unfortunately, too many times, that's the status quo. That's how we do business. The reality is if you want to be successful in a downturn market, especially in this oil and gas industry in 2016, foresight is what's going to take you to the next level. If you look at your competition, doesn't matter what you do, if you're a drilling contractor, if you're a third-party service provider, heck, if you're just an employee trying to get back into the market, what differentiates you from your competition? The reason I want to talk about foresight is Bessie's just come out with a new well control rule. And one of the requirements is BAVO, a Bessie approved verification organization. And if we look at the 14 things that Bessie's looking for from a deliverable from a BAVO, if you can't see where the industry is going and build products and services to help support it, you're going to be behind your competition. That's one of the things that we've done here at Deepwater Subsea in preparation for the BAVO verification. What we've done is we've looked at what Bessie's going to ask for and how do we track the things that they want. What we've done is we've built technology to help support that. And the interesting thing about it is, as an industry, we've always done the same thing the same way. Verification companies, Excel spreadsheets, Word documents, blah, blah, blah. It's a cookie cutter formula. Everybody does the exact same thing. But how do you differentiate yourself? What you have to do is you have to predict where the industry is going. You have to see the future. Tech companies do a good job at this. They're always trying to reach for the next level. They're always trying to put themselves out in front of everybody else. You get the Ubers and you get a lot of these other companies that say, hey, look, why do we have to have taxi cabs? We'll just have taxis on demand. Why do we have to have this? Well, we'll have this technology to help support that. The same thing happens in oil and gas. If we took all of your competitors and put them in a room, what differentiates you from them? If you're all delivering the same service, is it pricing? Is it technology? Is it people? That's a question that only you can answer. But the reality is, if you don't have the foresight to see where an industry is going, you're always going to be left behind. You're always going to be doing after action reviews and lessons learned. Why did we lose this project? Why did this happen? Yeah, you still need to do that. But if you want to put yourself out in front, then you have to be able to sit down and say, hey, look, where's the industry going? Build products and services to help support it and get out in front of your competition. Again, here at Deepwater Subsea, that's a big focus of what we do each and every day. We look at what Bessie's asking for, we look at what the industry is currently delivering, and we build products and services to get out in front. So if you're interested in learning more about what we're doing as a future Bessie approved verification organization, please feel free to drop me an email at mike@deepwatersubsea.com. And I'd love to show you some of the technology we're working with because again, we here at Deepwater Subsea feel it's going to be a game changer because not only is it going to help us do what we need to do, but it's going to help the industry stay on top of their business. Something to think about.